welcome to a Hero Arts video. Today I'm making a little pocketbook out of regular note cards. Check it out. So here's my finished book, and I've created layers of pages with acetate and regular note cards, which I've folded over to create little pockets. Added some tags, stamped all my tags with my letter sets. Here's another note card with the pockets and another tag that I folded up so I can slide some other little notes and goodies inside, and the final last page with also more places with pockets and inserts. Let's take a peek at how I did it. So here's a page, and it's a regular note card. I'll show you how I go through the process of doing this. You start off with our regular standard note card and go ahead and open it up. Since the width of the card is 4 1/4, I'm going to go ahead and score down this line at 4 1/4, and this will make a square folded card once I'm done folding the flaps up. So on the spine, I'm just going to snip off a little bit so the flaps fold up flat, just cutting up to that score line. So now I'll just fold my flaps up and just use a bone folder to give a good crease. Now you'll want to stamp and do all your decorating to your card, punch your, do your pages before we go ahead and run it through the bind it all. So I've added paper on here, and then I can add the ribbon when I'm done putting it through the bind it all. So on the bind it all, you can see that there's the holes that it's going to punch, and I'm just going to center my card down in, hold it and keep my fingers out of everything. Give it a good push. And now I have my holes, which are for the wire binding. So that's how that starts out. For this page, I started off with a white note card, and I've embossed my cling dots with Versamark and used white embossing powder. And when I was done with that embossing, I went ahead and ran some Stormy Sky ink over and did some resist. So that's the background. And then I have the little note card in the center with the palm tree, and I've just used a little piece of eggshell note card and some old paper to stamp the palm tree. And then I used my letter set to stamp my little tags and some rusty hinge ink, and love this letter set, uppercase printer's set. It's perfect. Next I used some pink paisley artisan tape, and I just cut a couple pieces off and just adhered it to the front. For the inside, I've stamped some ledger papers with my ledger stamp and old paper ink, and that's just regular eggshell note card. And then I used a Maya Road translucent piece inside and some more of the artisan tape. For the next pocket, I've stamped my houses, it's a village, with latte ink. And next I embossed the large flower with just regular embossing and white powder. And to color that, I used Stormy Sky and a little bit of water and an applicator, and it just gave me great definition. So then I added some basic gray paper and some ribbon and my little tag. So on my tag, again, I just stamped peeps for my people, and I just used rusty hinge and my letter set again. For the inside, again, I did my little cards with my ledger cling stamp and old paper and eggshell note card. And I kind of did different sides, like I tried to vary them a little bit. And that's another page. And for the final pocket page, I used an eggshell note card, and I stamped the flourish background with old paper, and then on the bottom I stamped the stripes just to get a little bit of difference. Then I added some corrugated paper. And for my houses or my buildings, I used Stormy Sky, and I stamped those on white paper, cut them out, and then I used a little bit of foam tape to lift them up. And then once again, I stamp my tags with the rusty hinge and my letter set just to get some places. It's like a note, a little pocketbook for places. And then I folded these up with ribbon and added some ledger papers again on the inside. Once I had all my pockets completed, I wanted to add some other things in between and make sure everything's good inside. These are just simple, ready to go, ready for you to put all your memorabilia or notes or plans. So then I added some tags on the inside. And for this one, I wanted to have places for dates and such. And I started off with an American tag, just a regular white tag. I stamped it with the ledger and I used a rusty hinge. And also grabbed my Stormy Sky and another cling flower stamp just to get the flowers on the left. And then I added art flowers and ribbon. For the next tag, what I've done is I folded it up and I've stamped my stripes with Stormy Sky, and I stamped one way and then again another way just to get a more of a plaid look. And here it is up close. Then I added another Maya Road translucent piece inside, and then I added my flowers and ribbon. And finally, for the front page, I just cut a piece of acetate, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and I've added some papers and ribbon, and then I stamped my building and added a date and my little tag, and I used the background flourish with stays on and then my building with Stormy Sky once again. So now I have all my main pages for my book, and I've already ran them through the bind it all to cut the holes, and right now I'm just stacking them together. I'm going to get ready to run the wire through. So I'm just lining up all the holes. Now this is the back page, but I'm going to put it on the front page so that I can hide my wire binding. So I run it through from the back to the front. Make sure I get all the layers in. And then I'm going to grab my bind it all. Oh, I want to show you. I have it set at a 1/2 inch because I'm using a 1/2 inch binder. And I have my wires set so that they're pointing to the bottom. And in this place, this part, I go really slow so that it curls slowly. If you go fast, it might make it flatten out. So I just kind of go real slow. And then it has everything bound. And then the wire will get flipped to the inside so you don't see that one, the edge. So now it looks all clean on the back and clean on the front. So let's go through one more flip through. Everything's all bound and it's holding together. Pages turn great. They're nice and easy to turn. So that's my little book. Here's a close-up of all the little textures and ribbons and tags hanging off the side. And I love all the little tags with my letter set. Well, thanks for watching. Visit heroarts.com.